Good morning, doctor. My name is YUAN. My metric number is A19EC0068. I'm from Programming Technique 2, Session 02. My lecturer is Dr. Asari. So this is my submission for Programming Technique 2 project, and my group is Group 8. My teammate is Loujong and TVU. So our project is about stock management system, or you can also call it as item management system, inventory management system. In this project, I'm in charge of the back-end system. I try to build how the back-end system works. What I mean by back-end system here is that how the user can enter new stock, can enter the category of the stock, can enter the price of the stock, can set the amount of the stock, then how they add new product, delete old product, how they refill the product, how they withdraw the product. Before I demonstrate you how our program will look like, allow me to explain the code, the class structure first. Okay, so this is the class that I'm working for, stock info. The name implies that every information about the stock inside the management system is related to this class. So first, you will have the name of the stock, category of the stock, price, amount of the stock as the protected member in this class. Then we have we have 4 frequently called function and 6 call function in this program, in this class. Okay, for now I will not explain the call function. I will explain the frequently called function first. Okay, first one is white input, white show. Second one is white show. Okay, input allow user to input stock name, category, price and amount. White show allow user to display stock name, category, price and amount in a certain format. And checking. Okay, when user try to delete product, withdraw product, refill product, they need to enter the product name right. So this function, checking, serve as the validation. It will check that whether the name of the product that user enter exists in the database or not. Okay, display. Display is a function that will display all the data, all the record inside the database. So just now you have heard that I mentioned database. Well, in our program we do have a database, but not a SQL, not a MySQL database. For our program, we use a special type of file called dat file. It's a generic data file. Okay, we use this file to keep all the data, all the record of this system. And in our program, we name this as database dat, and it will store the data, delete the data, process the data in binary format. Now I want to explain the frequently called function. What do I mean by frequently called function? Okay, frequently called function include this: input, show, checking, and display. Okay, these functions are considered frequently called because every call function, add new product, delete product, withdraw, and refill function will frequently call these 4 functions: show, input, checking, and also display. So first one, input. Input function, just like what its name sounds like, it allows user to enter the product name, product category, the price, and also the amount. Show is a function that can display an entry of a data, stock name, amount, price, and category in a specific format. And checking, just like what I mentioned just now, it checks whether the product name that user input is whether that name exists in our database, the binary data file or not. If yes, it will return 0. If no, it will return 1. And display, as I mentioned, is a function that print out all the record of the data in the database. Now I want to explain the last frequently called function, display stock. Display. Okay, first we have a variable I equal to 1 and Z. I will explain their usage later. Okay, the program will clear the screen once we call once we call the display function like this, it will create out this screen, yeah, and then it will display a table that show every record inside the database. How it works, I will explain now. Okay, this one, and this one. Basically, it's just printing this line, and then after printing those lines, the title, store items, it will print the name of each column. First, it will print particular, which means the name of the stock. Stock available, which means the amount of the stock. Price, which means the price of the stock. Category, which means the category of the stock in this specific format. Okay, then it will print another line. After printing this line, our if string variable in will open the database file in binary mode. Since our data is stored in binary mode, so im has to open the database file in binary mode. Okay, after that, if it's not end of file, im will try to read the binary data inside the database file line by line and store it into the pointer this. Again, it's like a double confirm if it's not end of file, and then if this one in.tlg is to tell that the im is currently reading thing. If it is smaller than, so if the value of in.tlg is smaller than 0, means that im is not reading anything, and I will equal to 0. When I equal to 0, it will break. It will break the system. The program will break from the loop and then execute this part, empty record room. Well, in our case, since there is something inside our database already, so it won't execute this part, and it also won't execute this part, and it won't execute empty. It won't display empty record room. Okay. Since there is something inside our database, so in.tlg will greater than 0. Then it will execute this part, show. It will call the show function. What is the show function for again? Okay, just like what I mentioned just now, show function is to allow the program print stock name, amount, price, and category in this specific format. Okay, so the whole loop will let the system print out the every stock line by line in this format. In our database, there is only one item, so it will only display one line of this. After finish printing anything, the program has reached the end of file already. So after reaching the end of file, the loop will be exited by the program. Then it will execute this part. This part, first it will print a line. It will print this line. Then you will ask user, you will print press enter to continue, to notify that user need to press enter to go back to the function page. Last, the in variable will close the database file. I hit enter to continue. Okay, it brings me back to the function page. Now I will introduce you to our first call function, add new product. It allows users to add new product into the database and also to the system. in this function we'll have a variable integer n. Integer n will store the number of new product that user want to add. Okay, I call this function. You will first create a screen and then display, call the display function that I explained just now, because it want to show the user the latest condition of the database, so that user will know what is the product that already existing inside the database. After that, user need to press enter to continue. Then the system will print a few lines of thing. Here will print this thing. This is the interface that are designed by my teammate Yuzong. Okay, after printing this title, it will ask user how many type of product you wish to add, and then user will key in the value. The value will store inside this variable n. After that, the system will clear screen again. Okay. Then, if n is greater than 0, which like just now I key in 2, I tell the system that I want to key in 2 new product. So n is equal to 2. So the system will execute this part. First, the system will declare 3 variables, z, l, and sum. Then the offstring variable out will open our database file in binary mode and append mode. The reason that the out need to open the database file in append mode is that we don't want to overwrite the old data, the product that already existed in the database file. Then we will ask user to input. We will call input function here. So I have to key in the product name, car, then the product category, toy, and then price, 5 ringgit, and then amount, 3. And then okay. After user finish doing the input, our program, the variable out, will quickly write this data into the database file, and then it will notify user the item is updated. Since just now I tell the program that I want to key in 2 new product, so this for loop will iterate for 2 times. Now the for loop just iterate first time, and then it's iterating for the second time. Try 6 ringgit 4. Okay. After that, again, the out variable, the offstring variable will write the data into the database file, and then notify user item updated. After finish adding 2 items, the for loop also finish iterate 2 times. Then it will print out the program will print out the general message status store updated to tell user that all the data has been keyed into the database, has been written into the database. Then out will close the database file, and program will tell user press enter to continue. Before we exit the whole function, the program will display the latest condition of database. It's to tell user that, it's to show user that the data that they just came into the database. So car, truck, and truck is being written into the database already. I press enter to continue, and it will bring me back to function page. Okay. Now, okay, what about this part? Okay, this part will be executed if you tell the system that the number of new product I want to add is 0. Okay, let me show you. I add new product again. Okay, this time I will key in 0. I hit enter. Okay, the system will notify me that no item is being added, and then again it will ask me to press enter to continue, so that it can bring me back to the function page. Now I want to show you the second call function, delete product. Okay, I will call the function first, delete product. Okay, just like add new product, it will display the data condition of database first, and then it will clear screen, and then it will print the title delete and the line, and then it will ask user to enter the name of the product that they want to delete, temp, and it will store the name of the product that user want to delete into this variable temp, which stands for temporary. Okay, then offstring variable out will open a new database file temp, and each string variable in will open an old database file. I will explain why there's two database files here. Okay, after im open the database file, it will read line by line of the data. It will read data line by line, and every time it read a line of data, it will compare temp with the name of that line of data with the stock name of that line of data. The comparison is done by this function that I explained just now. If it is equal, it will show off the data just like this and tell user the record is being deleted. It will show the record that is being deleted like this by using the show function. At the same time, those line of data that do not have same stock name as temp, the offstring variable out will write those line of data into the new database file temp. After that, we do not focus on this part first. I will explain this part later. After that, input variable will close the file, will close the database file. Out offstring variable out will also close the database file. Then the system will delete the old database file that has the record that should be deleted, while the temp, the new database file temp.dat that has the record deleted already will be renamed by database. Okay, now I will explain this part. Record not file. Okay, once there's okay, let's say you try to delete a product that do not exist in the database, like simply call plain. It will be like this. It will tell you the record is not found because originally this variable I is equal to 0. If there is any data being deleted, I will be set to 1. So if I is not set to 1, I is equal to 0, means that there is no record being deleted. So the system will print out this line, record not found. Now I will explain the third call function, withdraw. Okay, withdraw allows users to withdraw a certain amount of product out from the system or from the database. Okay, I will call the function now. Withdraw. Just like any other function, it will call display function and display the latest condition of the database. Okay, in this function, there's 4 variables I need to introduce. First, name. This is for user to input the name of product they want to withdraw. Quantity, the amount that user want to withdraw. I equal to 0 and child position equal to 0. These 2 variables I will explain later. Okay. Then the system will display the title withdraw, then print out the line. After that, it will ask user to key in the product name they want to withdraw. And also the quantity that they want to withdraw. Well, because I accidentally entered the wrong name, car, so the system will display this one. Okay, let's try again. Car 1. Okay, after I enter the name quantity, the file string variable file will open database file. Database in binary mode, output mode, and also input mode. Then the file string variable file will start to read the data inside the database file line by line. While it's not the end of file, the file string variable file, the position that the file string variable file is currently reading will be stored in child position. Then after the position that the file string variable file currently reading, the file string variable file will read the line of data. Then again, just like delete product, it will check that whether the product name that user input exists in the database or not. If yes, it will call the function takeout with quantity as parameter, as argument. Okay, what is takeout function? Okay, takeout function is very simple only. It take quantity as argument or parameter, then it will reduce the amount of the product in the database by the quantity that user input. After reduce the amount, it will print stock updated. If the quantity that user input is greater than the amount inside the database, amount of the product inside the database, the system will print insufficient stock. After modifying the amount data, the file string variable will seek for the position that is reading just now. Then it will write the latest data into the database file and overwrite the old database and overwrite the old data inside the database file. And then it will break the loop once it's finished overriding the data. And it will ask user press enter to continue. Then before the system ends the whole function, it will display the latest condition of the database to tell user that the amount has been reduced. Well, just now I won't explain this variable integer I equal to 0. Okay, the purpose of integer I is that if user key in a product name that do not exist in the database, the value of I will remain 0. It will not be set to 1. Then if it's equal to 0, or in other words not equal to 1, the system will print record not found. Now I want to explain another call function, refill. Okay, refill product allow users to refill the product that they want. Okay, Now I will call the refill product function. Just like any other call function, it will display the latest condition of the database first. Okay, it has a few variables here. Quantity, temp, we store the name of the product that user want to refill. Quantity, we store the amount that the user want to refill. I equal to 0, it just have the E. Just like daily product, when I is equal to 0 means that the name that user key in does not exist in the database. If I is not equal to 0, then the name that user key in the user key exists in the database and it can be refilled. Child position, it store the position that the function variable is currently reading at. Okay, after displays the latest condition of the database, the system will print the title refilling item, align like this. After that, you will ask user to enter the iteming that they want to refill. Let's say I want to refill car, and the name is stored in the variable temp. Then I want to refill 2 and 3. Then this variable will store in quantity. After that, system with the function variable file, the file will open database in binary mode, output mode, and input mode. Then while it's not the end of the file, the system will keep on read the position that the function variable file is reading at and store that position in child position. At the same time, file variable function will read the data in the database line by line. After that, after file read the data line by line, the system will compare the name that user key in just now to see if this temp has the same name as the data that the file is reading. If it is, it will call the takeIn function and then overwrite the data. If it's not, it will tell user that the record is not found. Yeah, the record is not found since car do not exist in the database. Okay, again, try again this time. I want to refill card, and then I want to refill 3. Okay. How do it refill? Okay, well, at this part, the system will call takeIn function. TakeIn function accept an argument called quantity, which is this variable. Then it will add this quantity into the amount inside the database. After that, it will tell user that the stock is being updated. After telling user that the stock is updated, the function variable file will seek for the position that is reading. Then it will overwrite the old data with the new data, which has the latest stock amount. After that, it will set I equal to 1. Then it will break the whole loop. After that, you will ask user press enter to continue. Then it will display the latest condition in the database. Before I end my part, I would like to introduce some of the functions that we created but we didn't use it. It's like a backup plan. If something went wrong, we can use this function to do something. Okay, so these are the mutator in the class that allow us to change the variable, the data of the variable one by one. set stock name, set category, set amount, set price. Then these are the accessors. This function allow us to access to each variable, to each protected member one by one. Then as you can see, we are also a overrated operator. We do use it at some of the part of our code. If function is just like show, it has the same function as the function show, just that this is a overloaded operator. That's all. That's all of my part. Thank you.